to my YouTube. Let me introduce myself. My name is Windy Astikasari. I'm from Department of English Language Education, Faculty of Education and Teacher Training, Jakarta State Islamic University. And now, I will tell you a novel. The title is Everything Everything by Nicola. This story is based on the love story of teenagers named Ollie and Madeline. Madeline Wither, a girl who suffered from a rare disease called STID. STID is a genetic disorder that causes a major part of the artificial immune system to be paralyzed, leaving the sufferer highly susceptible to infectious disease. Anything can trigger the body to become sick, including perfume, cleaning foods, or food seasoning that are eaten. Basically, Madeline is allergic to the world. For 17 years, Madeline never left her home. She only knows her mother, who is also Carla's personal doctor and nurse. Madeline's father and sister had died when she was a baby. Madeline's health is checked regularly. There is a special yearly record of her health progress. Everything that will be touched and consumed by Madeline must be sterilized first. Even in the house, there is a device to sterilize air circulation. Even though she never left the house, Madeline has the same activities as the other girls, such as reading, playing Pictionary, or guess the word. Homeschooling, learning via online with the occasional tutor visiting Madeline at her house. Madeline's favorite reading are Daniel Case Flowers for Algernon and Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's The Little Prince. Madeline's life slowly changed after the arrival of a new family who moved the next door. The family consists of father, mother, and two children, a young man named Ollie, and his younger sister, Cara. Madeline secretly watched Ollie from behind her bedroom window, which directly faced her house. This man stole Madeline's attention until one night they met to face and exchange email contacts through the bedroom window. Their interaction initially only through windows by writing words on each other's glass or chatting via email. From there, the two of them became close to each other without anyone knowing until the nurse who took care of Madeline. The nurse named Carla found out from Madeline's unusual behavior. Until one day, Madeline asked her nurse to allow Ollie to meet her in the house. Unbeknownst to her mother, Carla brought Madeline and Ollie together in her house, on the condition that they were not allowed to touch, had to be approximately 1 meter apart, and underwent disinfection. To ensure she was sterile before a meeting. Finally, they met in a room called the Sun Room, a special room for a Madeline so that she could feel what it was like outside. From these meetings, the seeds of Love grew in the hearts of both of them. Madeline takes risks by having a relationship with someone while she lives an abnormal like a normal girl. Her illness keeps her confined at home for the rest of her life. Madeline's attitudes began to change. She began to daydream a lot. She often spent her evening replying to emails with Ollie instead of playing board games with her mother. And finally, Madeline's mother found out and was furious. Carla was a fire. Madeline is a very sad, not only losing Ollie, her favorite nurse too. House rules have also been tightened because of the love she has. Madeline dares to leave the house and breathe free air. Together with Ollie, she ventured to go to a place she really wanted to visit, namely Hawaii. For the first time, Madeline rides a car, smells the fresh air, gets on the plane, and enjoy the beautiful beaches of Hawaii with her loved ones. Madeline's desperate action was initially disapproved by Ollie, who was very worried about her health condition. But Madeline lied by saying that she took drugs to survive outside. Home like Madeline, who has violated all the rules and regulations of her health for 17 years. She has lived. During the few days of vacation in Hawaii, Madeline's health condition was relatively stable. Indeed, the power of love was miraculous because with love, fear and worries about her illness can be overcome. A few days later, Madeline fell on her last day in Hawaii and was rushed to the hospital. Madeline's mother panicked, but thankfully she was able to go home. But Maddie can't see Ollie again. The internet doesn't even exist because her mother forbids turning it on. She also got a new nurse who was more possessive. Even when Maddie opened the email, there, there was a time limit and the nurse noticed. For several days at home, Maddie was lonely just looking outside. Through the glass, another thing happened as long as Maddie didn't communicate with Ollie. Ollie decided to move out of his house because his father is toxic with his mother. Ollie brought the necessary equipment to New York with his mother and sister. Ollie has also sent a Maddie a lot of message, but Ollie knows that will not be replied to. A few days later, a report from a doctor at a Hawaii hospital came to tell him that Madeline had no immune dysfunction. Her body was fine. Madeline's heart was filled with anger, confusion, sadness, and she tried to find out the truth. She immediately checked the result of her inspection report on the shelf. It turned out to be true. During her mother during her routine inspection. The reports are always good. It turned out that Mary does not have STID. Finally, his mother came and why the room was such a mess. Maddie is angry because she has been lied to by her own mother all her life and is not being able to feel the outside world all her life. Maddie ran away from home, staying at her nurse host Carla. While at the Carla house, Maddie tried to calm herself down and forgive her mother. Her mother did that to Maddie because she really didn't want to lose her loved one back. Yes, her mother only had one Maddie. In the end, Maddie is now separated from her mother and can see the outside world. For the first time, she was able to open her email again and read the email from Ollie. Finally, they meet again by looking at each other in library in New York. Yes, happy ending, right? I love this story because Maddie finds out her truth and her love with Ollie. So, thank you for listening to my story. What do you think about this everything story? Goodbye.